So we got it part right and we got it part wrong. This is the reMarkable Paper Pro.
So like a Pro A4 color version.
In autumn, I think we'll see a reMarkable Pro that will have a 12-inch screen, and I think that will be color.
I think that would be a Kaleido-free.
It is 12-inch, well, it's 11.8-inch, and it is color, but it's based on the e-ink Gallery Free screen, but they are calling it the Canvas color screen. So we've just got today some of the marketing images and videos from reMarkable. You can, of course, go and check it all out on their website via the link in the description, and you'll very much support this channel by doing so. And it's working with that Gallery Free e-ink screen. That's probably why it's taken so long them getting a successor to the reMarkable 2 out. And I sincerely hope they have got it right. And I think that they will have done, because reMarkable don't release things at half standards. One thing I'm really looking forward to is that now I think the Type Folio will be a much more comfortable size. And it seems like this same great design where you flick it up and it reveals the keyboard. But with a 12-inch screen, it should just give you that little bit more room for the keys. It does also now feature a front light, but it shouldn't need as much light as a Kaleido Free screen. And we'll see how the extra distance between the top of the screen and the actual e-ink affects your kind of real-world enjoyment of writing on it. They have in the press release mentioned that it's less than a millimeter distance from the top of the screen to the actual e-ink, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And they're still going for that world's thinnest tag, but this time the world's thinnest color e-paper device. It's 5.1 millimeters, as thin as the new iPads. And when you consider all they have to cram in, that is an incredible achievement. It's still going to be underpowered. It's just 2 gigabytes of RAM, for example, but it's running their custom Linux software, so they don't really need much more. And it's bumped up to a 1.8 gigahertz quad-core processor and 64 gigabytes of storage as compared to the 8 gigabytes you got on the reMarkable 2. I'm nowhere near filling that 8 gigabytes even on this, because it isn't the type of device that you're going to store large multimedia files on or install extra apps. They're still, of course, advertising great battery life and the whole distraction-free experience and all the other reMarkable type of stuff. And for some reason, they've decided to go for a different marker. Maybe they've had to go away from the Wacom EMR. They mentioned that the marker is specifically designed to work with the Gallery Free ink, so let's see. And they say they've managed to get the latency even lower at 12 milliseconds, and the reMarkable 2 was somewhere around the 20 millisecond mark. So I can't wait to see that in action. And of course, it's that fair bit larger screen size. It's not quite A4 size, but from my use of a 12-inch Android tablet, I'd say the size is quite a good compromise between the awesome 13.3 devices and a more portable 10.3-inch device. I think that's a good shout from reMarkable this time. So now to the question, have they got the Gallery Free e-ink to work? We've talked a lot about Kaleido Free e-ink being a bit of a dead-end technology here on this channel. So this e-ink Gallery Free, this uses real CMYK particles. So that is cyan, magenta, yellow, and actually white ink particles as well, mixing to make RGB, or all the colors mixing without the white to make black. And that's the way color printing works. But the way they do that is they move the e-ink particles sequentially by them having different times of flight from the bottom of the surface of the ink to the very top. And you get this kind of odd flash of color as it moves each color individually. And you can actually see that in their promotional videos. You can see the color sort of starts purple and then changes into the color that will be eventually. And you can see how good they are at marketing, because they actually managed to make that look like a feature, like it's the magic of the color e-ink. Now, I didn't try the Big Me device, which used the Gallery Free, but others did. It was called the Galley. And they found that whole thing quite distracting, the way it kind of flashed as you wrote. So that's a question. Have they managed to control that? And also the Gallery Free panel had this terrible like yellow burn-in and not very black blacks. So the screen kind of got this funny yellow tint over time, and the blacks were more like dark blues. And that's because the black is actually made by mixing all the cyan, magenta, and yellow colors rather than actual black e-ink particles. And it says it can produce 9 colors, but then those 9 colors can be dithered or kind of blended to make up to 20,000 colors. It should be a really nice way to read color documents. Gallery Free wasn't ready then, and Big Me rushed their device out. But is it ready now? That's the exciting question here. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design. This guy's in charge of that whole design process at reMarkable, and once again, it looks slick. It's moving away from their classic look, which I think this is great, and I'm excited to see something new. Take a bow, Max Herding. reMarkable's industrial design is always top-notch. And it's only really Apple that have affected their space in so pervasive a way as reMarkable. you've seen all tablets end up looking like iPads, and all phones end up gravitating towards an iPhone look, and all e-ink tablets, they gravitate towards a reMarkable look. And yes, it does look good having a larger chin than a forehead. It's just good classic design. You can ask Bramante or Brunelleschi if you wish. And it's constructed once again out of aluminium and glass, and it just takes its design cues from a stack of paper. And they're still going to be selling the reMarkable 2 at the same price of $379 with a marker. And this reMarkable Pro will come in at $200 more than that, with a marker $579, or with the marker plus at $629. I honestly thought it would start much higher than that. And I think we can look forward to them bringing out more devices. I think we'll probably have a reMarkable Mini and possibly a reMarkable 3 in the next year or so. I think that'll be next autumn, to be honest. I, for one, I'm looking forward to their development. And it is listed in the press release that they have been leading innovation in this space since they launched the reMarkable 1 in 2017, and that's absolutely right. So rock on, reMarkable. I am absolutely here for this. I'm very interested to know what you guys think. Is it a day one order for you? Links in the description if you do go for it. And if you do, you'll really support me in making much more content on this device and all things for your joyful, productive, professional life. On a personal note, when I first reviewed reMarkable 1, I speculated that a future, larger color device would be amazing for me as an artist. And let's hope this is what reMarkable have created here. I'm excited.